Let me take you on a journey whilst I clean this floor. I'm going to tell you how to get better at boxing fast. I say fast, or at least how to get better at boxing. Plus, if you take this kind of principle and these lessons, you'll get better at anything you want to get better at. It is a guaranteed formula for success, as guaranteed as anything can be. Let's go. So, you started your boxing, going to the gym, smashing it a fair few times a week. Excellent start, brilliant. You going to the boxing gym as regularly as possible is tip number one. Key to success, number one. Do the thing that you want to do and get better at as often as possible. Now, for me, I've always loved it, always loved combat sports. I was at my gym, first I did Kung Fu. Great for discipline, introduced me to competitive fighting. Didn't realise really that everything I was learning was theatrical at best, until I went to these shows where everything would devolve into chaos because we hadn't actually learned anything decent or practical, and went to an open martial arts tournament, got smashed by people who did kickboxing and Thai boxing and all that, and realised, okay, yeah, maybe I need to switch to a proper gym, even though it turned out to be a bit, theatrical and not exactly applicable. I was there as often as I could get there. I even had 2 different Kung Fu, same chain, 2 different gyms I'd go to for Kung Fu. So it ended up me doing it, I believe, from what I remember, this is when I was 13 or something, 3 times a week. Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, something like that. So you could say 3 times a week was great. But I was a boy, nothing but spare time. After doing schoolwork and homework, I would be practicing my Kung Fu. So I'd do all the stretching at home. I'd have VHS videos, because YouTube was not a thing that I would put on and I'd work through. I'd do all the extra kicking, all the, what they call the stuff at my house. I would be shadow boxing, Kung Fu stuff. I was doing it as often as possible, and it got me good at that. Took the same attitude into my kickboxing. I was there every class I could get to. I would try and hang around in the gym for as long as possible. I'd get an hour or half an hour early to my classes so I could hit the bags if my coach would allow it, if I wasn't in the way. And then I'd try and hang around after classes for as much as possible, or if they had double classes on the night, I'd do both. Then, shadow boxing at home, practicing, and this was getting into my later teenage years. It's something I loved, so I realised I should keep doing it so I can get as good as it as I possibly can. Repetition. Repetition is the mother of all success. Then moved into boxing. Same thing, repetition, 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 as often as possible. Keep turning up. Keep trying to get better and to learn. Watch as you progress. So tip number 1, do it as often as possible. Keep turning up. Very, very simple. Now again, you can take the word boxing and replace it with anything you want. Guitar playing, which I was also obsessed with. Again, this was school time, so I had a lot of time to just be in my room playing very, very angry, aggressive music and ta at the same time. Okay? Piano, maths, accountancy, whatever you want. You have to put the time in. Nothing comes without hard work. Okay? If anything sounds too good to be true, it is. Hard work will get you where and what you want. Tip number 2, you'll probably find that as you spend more and more time doing, that voice in the back of your head will spend more time talking to you about the thing that you want to get better at. It will creep into your psyche. You will be thinking about boxing. You will be dreaming about boxing. You will be actively searching for and thinking of and running through scenarios all about boxing. Now with any sport, visualization is key. It's very, very good for your brain to practice scenarios, moves and all that in your head. So this will help you improve. Allow yourself to be consumed with it. Allow the obsession to start. Enjoy it. It's fun, it's interesting. You should be curious. Mammals are a curious species. We learn through play. We learn through curiosity and trying things out. That's how your brain is wired to work. I'll tell you one thing right now that will kill your curiosity, and it's one of the best descriptions I've ever heard for it: the human pacifier. Okay, pacifier being the thing you put in babies' mouths which shuts them up. That is your phone. If you're watching this on your phone right now, how long have you been on your phone? Have you been doom scrolling? It is the human pacifier. We get our phones out and we go, I'm guilty of it too. I try and switch it off as much as possible, or use my phone to watch educational videos about boxing and all that. That's what you want to do. Use your curiosity and watch videos. There are so many great pages that break down boxers, fights, will coach, all this stuff online. You've got a plethora. You spend hours and hours and hours learning about boxing, and it be actual valuable time spent. It will feed your curiosity. It will make you look at boxing more. It will make you think about boxing more. You letting the obsession take over will help you rapidly and drastically improve. I cannot stress enough, if you want to be great at any combat sport, watch fights. I say it in my live streams all the time, in the gym all the time. Roberto Duran, watching his fights will teach you more about boxing than I ever could. I might be able to break it down for you, but he is putting it in a practical, applicable foundation where you can watch his fights and try and emulate. Boom, you're boxing. Tip number 3. Do what you say you are going to do. We live in a world now, more than ever, where people say stuff and it never gets checked. Now, I get it all the time, right? The amount of messages I get, I'm going to sign up to the gym in the next few months. I just have to do this and this first. I just have to get fit enough first. I just have to blah, blah, blah. Don't tell me until you're ready. I don't care. I want you in here. Stop making excuses. Do what you'll say you're going to do. If you're going to come to a class on Monday, come to the class on Monday. Okay, now you don't even need to say these things out loud. You might say to yourself, I'm going to have a fight this year and I need to do all the training for it and all that. You're saying it to yourself in the mirror. Do what you say you're going to do. If you want to, that sounded like a fart then, but that was my shoe. If you want to compete, you're going in the ring with someone, whether it's white collar, whether it's amateur, whether it's professional. You're going in the ring with someone who is potentially happy, capable, and willing to remove consciousness from your body and potentially give you very, very serious injuries. Train for that. You will not compete, or you will not be competitive if you're going to the gym once or twice a week, okay? Tip number 1, do it as often as possible. Tip number 2, be obsessed. Tip number 3, do what you say you're going to do. You need sparring, you need training. The conditioning of training alone will get you fit for boxing. You need running, you need to be driven. Everybody has jobs, life, and things that will get in the way. The people that do well don't use that as an excuse, they use it as a reason. I'm going to run at 4 in the morning because my job doesn't allow me to run at any other time. That's a reason. I'm going to come to the Jab Labs 6 a.m. class because I'm working until 7 p.m, 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. I cannot come to the other classes. That's a reason, okay? Not, I'm really busy at work. I want to fight, but I'm really busy at work. I can't train for the next 3 days, 6 days, 7, right? You're already looking for shortcuts. Now, this is specifically about competing, but if you can take that discipline into whatever you want to get good at, you will improve drastically. It is hard. That's why it's worth it. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Life is not easy. We train so that when life gets hard, we can just carry on and not fold under the pressure. You are going to have awful times in your life as well as excellent times in your life. You need to be able to respond to both. Do what you say you're going to do. It will help you across your whole life. Right, so you're committing yourself as often as possible to the gym. You're letting the obsession take over. You are putting into practice the things that you say you're going to do. What next? Stop looking for shortcuts. Now, even amongst, say you've got the first 3 steps on lock, you're smashing your training, you're doing all the good stuff, right? It will get to the point where monotony will set in, right? This is a different point as well that we'll look at in a minute. But yeah, everything's become monotonous. I want to speed up fast. I've plateaued a bit. I'm going to buy this supplement online which guarantees that all that supplement wants is your money. Okay? Shortcuts are shit. You can do a journey across America on their motorways. I don't know which one specifically, and it will get you from A to B fast. Or you can do Route 66, which is a household name for a reason. It's unbelievable. Do Route 66. It's not a shortcut, that's the route. You will be sold gimmicks in your boxing, you'll be sold ladder drills, you'll be sold testosterone boosters, which, if you're looking to compete properly, are illegal anyway. It's a performance enhancing drug. You'll be sold, this boxing system will get your footwork faster than blah blah blah, and it's all just shit. There are some great coaches out there that do sell their courses, brilliant, excellent, but most of the time it's crap. Put the hard yards in yourself. There is no shortcut. Your footwork training will be and should be boring, monotonous, and effective. Michael Jordan is so celebrated and so good because his grasp of the basics of basketball was second to none. How did he do that? He did the basics every single time he touched a ball. So people are going to want to pivot like Loma, they're going to want to shuffle like Ali, but they can't do fundamental basic footwork steps left and right because they never practice it. You need to do round after round of walking to the left, of walking to the right, catching a jab, firing a jab with coordination on the left foot, firing a jab with it's boring stuff. It doesn't look fun. Getting good isn't sexy. It is boring. It is basic. It is effective. So, everything's becoming monotonous. You're doing all these great sessions. You need to now trust in the monotony. Structure. The discipline of structure will set you free. The cage of structure will set you free. Trust. Make sure you've got a coach that knows, or that you've found a coach online who's very, very good, reputable, can help you. You need a plan, you need structure, you need discipline, and you need steps, right? Stick to it. Stick to it. Stick to it. That's 3 times. Trust in the process. It doesn't happen overnight. There is so much to learn in boxing. There's so many different ways of doing it. It takes time. I am 22 or 23 years into my combat sports journey and my boxing journey, and I'm still not happy with what I do. It takes time. When it comes to your practice, be structured. Know what you're going to work on, know why, and know how. I have many videos on how to do this. Check them out. Earlier, we mentioned that we're a mammal, we're curious. All mammals on Earth learn through play. All of them. There is not one. You want to structure your practice so that 80 to 85% of it is rigid, it is structured, it is boring, it is basic. And then the last 20 to 15% is play. Have fun, go crazy, do what you want. That is across the board for everything you want to get good at. Play at the end of your practice is massive. It's huge. Have fun with it, experiment with it, see what works for you. The final tip, you need to realize that your quest for mastery is going to take time and it's not always going to feel excellent. Your training sessions, most of them, you'll feel nothing. You turn up, you do your thing, you forget about it after an hour, you're glad that you've done it, you've put the work in, had a good time there. Every now and again, you'll have an absolute blinder of a session where you think you're a world champion, which is excellent. Every now and again, you'll have a session where you think you are the worst boxer in the world. That is normal. Keep showing up. Do what you say you're going to do. Be obsessed. Have fun. Be curious. Just keep showing up. Right? Again, you can change the word boxing or the phrase combat sports and put anything you want to get better at in that thing. These tips, they are basic. They are not sexy. They will get you better at anything. Shortcuts don't exist. Shortcuts are to make the people selling the shortcut make money. Trust in yourself. If you are really, really struggling, message me on Instagram. I will give you some structure for free. I want you all to get better at boxing. We are on in my opinion, a new golden age of boxing. All the young boxers, their skill is really rising again. I think we're looking at a renaissance of boxing where everyone can move their feet and defend creatively and not just sit behind a high guard. Let's include ourselves in those group of boxers. Thanks for your time. Do the old like and subscribe and all that nonsense. Have a great Christmas.